G'day mate, how's life treating you? So, you want to know the easiest way to make great thumbnails? Well, let me tell you, making videos for YouTube can be time consuming, and when you're new to it, there's so much to learn. Filming techniques, lighting, audio, writing scripts, video editing, SEO, photography, thumbnails, just to mention a few. They all take time to learn and some of them money as well. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to make great thumbnails that will save you time and what programs you can use to do it for free. Hi, I'm Sean, or Ziers24 on Twitch, where I stream every Sunday through Tuesdays from 6:30 PM Australian Eastern Time. Drop by and have a chat. Alright, so if you want people to watch your content, there are three main things that you need. 1, people need to find your video over all the others that are out there. To help do this for this video, if you could tap that like, subscribe and bell buttons, that would really help with the algorithm. Go on, tap it. Thanks mate. Number 2, people need to want to click on your video over all the others. And number 3, people need to want to stay and watch your video. Obviously, you need to make the videos and then upload it so that it's not exactly one of the three things. However, it is number 3 in that it needs to be good quality content, as this is what will make your people want to stay and watch your video. As for the other two, for people to find it, your video needs to have a good title. By good, I mean it's clear on what your video is about and something people search for, so it has good SEO. This is the way your video comes up in the list of videos when someone searches. I'll do a video on exactly how I do this and what programs I use soon. Now, for the reason you're actually here. Once someone has looked for something on YouTube, then your video comes up in a list of all the videos about that subject. You need to then click on that video. To get people to do this, you need a good thumbnail. There are a lot of things to make a good thumbnail, and at the end of the day, what you would click may be different to what I would click, so there's no definite right answer for everyone. But there are some things that work most of the time for most people. So I'll go through them first, and then we can go over how I actually make thumbnails myself. So the goal here is to make your thumbnail not fade into the background of all the other awesome thumbnails that are out there. I know you would think I should say the goal here is to stand out compared to all the other thumbnails, and that's great, you're right. That is actually what we want. But the reality is that there is a lot of great thumbnails out there for most searchers. Go and have a look. Search for something, anything, it doesn't matter what, and look at the thumbnails. There'll be a few that are terrible, but mostly they'll be pretty good. So you need to be on par with them at the very least. If you can come up with some nice ideas to stand out, even better. There are a few things that make a thumbnail more clickable than others. The first is you, or someone interesting, or good looking, etc. But a person. Thumbnails that have a person in them are much more likely to be clicked than the exact same thumbnail without a person in it. So this thumbnail will be clicked more than this thumbnail. Second, you want one short but to the point sentence about what your viewer will gain by watching your video. People come to YouTube for 2 reasons, to learn something or to be entertained. You need to decide what you're giving to the viewer. Then in a short 6 words or less sentence, tell them in the thumbnail. Seriously, less is more here. When you're scrolling down a list of videos, no one has time to try and focus on a thumbnail for more than a second or 2 to see what it's offering. Having 6 or less words allows you to make them larger, and as such more easily readable when someone's looking at them on a thumbnail on a phone screen. The third part is to make your words and yourself stand out. You do this by using contrasting colours or backgrounds compared to the foreground. You can do it by outlining yourself and the words like these, or by having a block of colour that your words go on. Okay, so we want a good picture of you or the person you're putting in the thumbnail. A nice contrasting image where the background contrasts to the words and the person at the front. And the words telling the viewer what they'll gain by watching your video. Now I say what they gain because the goal here for someone watching is to learn something or be entertained, as I said before. If you're not offering one of those 2 things, they're not going to stick around and watch your video, and then what's the point? Now, I'm not a Photoshop or image editing god. In fact, I'm not even that good at it. I'd go as far as to say that I'm bad at it. Now, I could pay someone to make the thumbnails for me, but I want to learn for myself and I don't want to spend money if possible, so I'll show you the programs that I use and how I do it. It's really basic, and I'm sure the pros out there will know better ways, but this works well for what we need. I basically use 2 programs. Paint.net that you'll need to install on your PC. It's very small and quick to install. Just go to www.getpaint.net, then click the download button and click the Get It on Windows 10 button and install it. The second program you need is called Canva and is all online, so no need to download anything. You access it at www.canva.com. I'll put links to both of them in the description below. Okay, let's make the thumbnail for this video. So, first I want to take a photo of myself that's showing me sort of pointing to the words and where they'll be with a look on my face, sort of saying, here you go. When I take the photo, I use lots of light, so I'm nice and bright, and I take the image against a solid coloured wall in my house, white in my case. I wear dark clothing as it contrasts with the white wall, and it will contrast to the bright colours that I'll use in the thumbnail. Now, open up that image in paint.net and drag the photo in. What we want to do is remove the background, so we just have the image of the person, me in this case. To do this, select the magic wand and click the solid background area. This should highlight everything apart from the person. If some of the person is highlighted, you can adjust how much is selected by moving the tolerance bar at the top. You want to keep adjusting it back until none of the person is selected, then hit delete. When the background becomes a checkerboard, you know that the background is now clear. You may notice some areas are not completely deleted. You can simply zoom in and continue to use the magic wand tool to delete them, or erase these with the eraser tool. You can adjust the size of the razor at the top so you can get into the small areas. Now, it's really up to you how crazy you want to go on this, but if it's an image you may be able to use again on future videos, it's worth spending the time to get it looking as clean as possible so you don't have to do it again. Once that's done, and it's only the person left, you can save it to your folder. Make sure to save it as a PNG file, so that way it keeps the clear background. Next, go to Canva and click the Create New Design button at the top right corner and select YouTube Thumbnail. This will now use the best size for your image to suit YouTube thumbnails. So I'm going for a white, blue and red background as I like those colours, and it ties in well with my ZS 24 colour scheme. The white is already there, so to add the blue line in, I choose an element like the square and make it blue. Then I angle it and resize it the way I want. Now I want a red one at the exact same angle, etc. So I copy the blue one and make it red, then move it to where I want it. To add in words, I select the text tab and choose a heading or subheading, etc. They're preset ones, or just choose a heading and then select the font you like. Position the words so that they're contrasting well and nicely placed or spaced. Try not to put them in the bottom right corner, as that's where the time of the video shows, and this will go over the top of your thumbnail. Next, click on the image of the person that you put into Canva and it should populate it into the thumbnail. Now you can resize it to fit it the way that you like. Now you may find at this point a few little issues. If any part of the image is on top of another part but you don't want it to be, right click that part and click the send backwards. Don't click send to back, as this will put it behind all the other layers and you probably don't want that. Also, if you've not done a perfect job of cleaning up the background of your person image, you may notice some parts of the image that are a little messy, like you can see on mine. You can either go back to paint.net and fix it. It'll take longer, but it's the right thing to do if you want to use it again in the future, or just cover those bits with an element of the same color like this. If you wanted to put an image as your background, you may wish to put in an element as a block to put your sentence on to help it stand out like this. Lastly, once it's finished, click the download button in the top right, make sure it's set to PNG and click download. Save your finished design and you're all set. If you're making similar thumbnails each video, people will start to recognize your style and be more likely to click on your videos as they know and recognize you. It also means that your new thumbnail will be easier and faster to make, as you can simply go back into Canva and change the words and the image to suit your new video. In this way, your thumbnails will still look good and consistent, and you'll only need a few minutes each time to make one. Alrighty, that was longer than I was expecting. Well, hopefully it helped you. If it did, please give the video a like and then subscribe and tap that bell button. That way you'll get notifications for when my new videos come out. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions at all, or even easier, jump into my stream and ask me live there. I stream on Twitch every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday from 6:30 PM Australian Eastern Time. I'm also often live on other days if I don't have real life commitments, so drop in for a chat about thumbnails or anything really. I'm always up for a good chat. This week's shout out goes to Aluminium Lizard. Thanks for the support, mate. He's got a YouTube channel that I'll link below in the description. Okay, have a super day, and remember, you're awesome, mate.